Summary of Homer's Iliad. The Iliad is the oldest surviving epic poem of Greek literature, attributed to Homer. It consists of 24 rhapsodies and describes events from the Trojan War, focusing mainly on the wrath of Achilles and its consequences. The epic does not recount the entire Trojan War, but covers 51 days of the 10th and final year of the siege of Troy by the Greeks. Structure of the Iliad can be divided into three main sections: the conflict between Achilles and Agamemnon, the battles of the Achaeans, and the absence of Achilles, Achilles' return to battle, and the death of Hector. Analytical summary or Rhapsodia. The wrath of Achilles. The Iliad begins with Achilles' wrath against King Agamemnon, commander-in-chief of the Achaeans. The reason for the conflict is the captive Chryses, daughter of the priest Chryses, whom Agamemnon refuses to return despite her father's pleas. The god Apollo, enraged, sends a deadly plague to the Achaean camp. The seer Calchas reveals that the solution is for Chryses to return to her father. Agamemnon accepts, but demands in return the captive Brises whom Achilles had taken. The latter, enraged, leaves the battle and asks his mother Thetis to convince Zeus to help the Trojans, so that the Achaeans will realize his worth. Rhapsodies 2:9. The battles without Achilles, responding to Thetis' prayer, sends a dream to Agamemnon, telling him that he will win if he attacks. The battle begins, but the Trojans gain ground with the help of Zeus. The Achaeans, without Achilles, begin to retreat. Rhapsodies 1-8. The Trojan counterattacker, leader of the Trojans, is encouraged by Zeus and sweeps the battlefield. The Achaeans are pressed and in danger of losing their ships. Nestor and Odysseus try to encourage the soldiers. Diomedes and Ajax fight fiercely, but the Trojans remain dominant. Rhapsodies PT. The death of Patroclus and the wrath of Achilles. Achilles' friend, Patroclus, shocked by the Achaean defeat, asks for Achilles' armor and leads the battle. He manages to repel the Trojans, but Hector kills him and takes his armor as spoils. Achilles, learning of Patroclus' death, swears to avenge Hector. Rhapsodies Upsilon Omega. The death of Hector and redemption Thetis brings Achilles a new suit of armor made by the god Hephaestus. Achilles returns to battle and kills hundreds of Trojans. He faces Hector in a duel, kills him, and drags his dead body around the walls of Troy. The king of Troy, Priam, goes to the Achaean camp and begs Achilles to return his son's body. Achilles, moved, hands over the body, and the Trojans hold Hector's funeral. The Iliad ends with Hector's funeral, suggesting that the fall of Troy is imminent. Key themes of the Iliad. The wrath of Achilles. It is the central idea of the epic and determines the course of events. Honor and glory. The heroes fight for their fame. Divine intervention. The gods guide and influence the battle. Death and fate. All heroes know that their fate is inevitable. The pain of war. Although the Iliad celebrates valor, it also presents the pain of war. Conclusion. The Iliad is not just an epic about the Trojan War, but a profound exploration of human nature, rage, honor, and fate. Achilles is not only a warrior, but a man who learns to control his passions. The end of the epic prepares the reader for the inevitable fall of Troy, which is described later in the Odyssey.